Ormsby down at Aliso Creek Beach in Laguna, California, and today I wanted to just give you a quick little talk about hexagon water and why it's good for you. Hexagon water is an alkaline, hydrogen-rich water, which is also full of all of the minerals that your body needs for you to be optimally healthy. And the best way to get a lot of those minerals is through your water. So what this system does is it hooks up to your kitchen sink. You just take off the little aerator there and put this diverter on there, and then you have a hose that goes over to the unit. Then you can dispense water out of the unit, and it runs it through like 10 different filtration stages. It starts off with a ceramic cartridge, which is a 0.3 micron size hole in the ceramic, so the water gets pushed through there, and any of the contaminants, like most of the big things like Gerardia, cysts, and things like that, would be left on the outside, as would any iron or other, bigger particles. And that particular filter is cleanable. Inside of that filter is what they call activated carbon and also KDF. And those two things remove all of the chlorine and most of the other chemicals in the unit. One thing I will say is this unit will not remove 100% of the fluoride from water. It will take out 50 to 80% on average, but if you're concerned about fluoride, there's other things that you should do. But otherwise, this unit takes out any of the nasty organic chemicals and things that you don't want to be drinking in your water. Then it goes into a stage where it alkalizes the water. And the reason that we want alkaline water is because our bodies and our lifestyles of drinking Coca-Colas and eating cooked meat and things like that they have a drain on our system. Our bodies have to maintain the proper alkalinity. And alkalinity is measured in pH, which means potential hydrogen. So if your body starts to get out of whack, it needs to do something to adjust it. And the problem that most of us have is that we've got too much acidic influence on our systems these days from our lifestyles, coffee, and pop, and just junk food in general. If all we ate was fresh fruits and vegetables, which some people do, and that's admirable and great for them, it's just not something I can do. But if that's all you did, then you probably wouldn't need to have this extra alkaline punch to add to your system. But for most of us, it will help you to prevent your body from having to pull minerals out of your bones, which is part of why we have so much osteoporosis in this country, is what I'm told, is because the system, to maintain that proper balanced pH, just like your temperature, if you get over 98.7, if you're up in 104s, you're in serious trouble. So you have to keep the pH within the minimal range. And so the body knows how to do that, but it's at a cost. And so by supplementing with this type of alkaline water, then you eliminate a lot of that taxing effort on your body and alleviate its need to leach minerals from the bones, as an example. So that's one of the main benefits of this unit, is that it alkalizes water. And there are units out there on the market that'll do that, but they tend to run anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, and most of those units will work with electrolysis, where they'll use plates that have electricity applied to them, and then that transfers the minerals into the water. This unit is using what they would call ion exchange. So it's reacting with the water and putting minerals into the water to increase the alkalinity and the potential hydrogen. And that's where the extra hydrogen comes from. What the hydrogen does for us, on top of the alkaline benefit of the water, the extra hydrogen in there, particularly if you drink it fresh out of the unit, it's going to have a higher concentration. It will take reactive oxygen species from our body, which is something we generate when we breathe, and it's a single oxygen that's radical flowing around and it wants to attack things. So that's why doctors and health nutrition people and stuff will tell you to take antioxidants, is to offset that effect. And this water will help do that because it's got the extra hydrogen in there. And if you put 2 hydrogens with an oxygen, you get more water. So again, this unit will help hydrate you in that manner while acting as an antioxidant on your system. Then it goes through another stage where it does more of like the traditional ion exchange, softening of the water, and makes the water taste better. It adds a little bit of a sweet flavor to it. And then it goes into a mineral composition filter where it remineralizes the water. It runs it through some coral and through some far infrared balls and some other media that conditions the water to make it optimally rich of the right mineral mix for our bodies to absorb most appropriately. Those far infrared balls help to make small molecular clusters. And what that means is water in nature, when you go to like a spring, a health spring where people are known and they've thought of that this water has curative effects. If you look at that water, it's always got a molecule cluster of 5 or 6. So that's 5 or 6 H2Os put together in one cluster. But if you put if you take tap water and you measure that, you're going to end up with, getting wet here, you're going to end up with 40 to 50 different H2O molecules in a bigger cluster there. You got extremely a little soak. The tripod's sinking. Anyway, with these bigger clusters, it's harder for the body to absorb it. So by having this unit, you're making smaller molecule clusters similar to what you find at these miracle springs, and of similar quality as what you would find at the miracle springs, so that your body is is getting the most benefit out of the water that you're drinking. And regardless of whether you use our water or somebody else's water, if you're not using the filter of some sort, then your body becomes the filter. So I ask you to, listen to this stuff, think about it, research it yourself a little bit, and make a decision. It's an informed decision. But I think that this is an excellent unit. I have a way where I can hook you up with it for $350 plus a small membership fee of $20. And that'll enable you to get your additional filters and stuff in the future. It does have 4 filter cartridges in it, and 2 of those need to be replaced once a year, and 2 need to be replaced once every 2 years. But this unit will deliver excellent, healthy drinking water for less than $1 a day, easily. And that's a pretty hard thing to do if you go out there and you look at the market for the same type of quality of water as what this is putting out. So I beg you to take a closer look, give us a call or send us an email, or talk to the person that told you to watch this video, and we'll get you hooked up with one of these units. And I forgot almost, I didn't even finish, there's 2 other stages of this water unit. One is the energizing unit, and what this does is it spins the water through a tiny little vortex. And there are units out there on the market that are like big blender machines for a few $100s that you can put your water in to liven the water. This water behind us here is alive. It's moving around, it's getting splashed, it's getting twirled and thrown around, just like water coming out of a mountain creek. That water is alive because it's moving and it's interacting with the minerals and the things around it. When we put water into tanks and pipes, we kill it, in fact. If you think of a stagnant pond as an example, you can tell that water doesn't look as alive, but that water is more alive than what you're drinking, which is why they have to put so many chemicals in the water to maintain a healthy condition where it's not growing bacteria and stuff that would harm us. So that's why we have chlorine in the water, and for the systems we have to deliver it to our houses, we need chlorine in the water. But we don't want to be drinking it. So a point-of-use system in your house is the best way to get your drinking water. And it's the most ecological to protect this that you see around us, because plastic bottles, bottled water, are extremely bad for the environment. They're not ecologically, friendly in any way, shape, or form. So if you have your own little water jug, I forgot mine over there, but we have a stainless steel one that we sell that has one of these energy pivots in the bottom of it to help maintain those small molecular clusters. So this unit, the Hexagon water system, also has this energy spinning device, and then it polishes things off, passing it through a magnet, which You may or may not believe this, and it may or may not help, but it definitely won't hurt. But there's a guy by the name of Dr. Emoto who has researched water and photographed at the microscopic level water crystals. And he's proven, according to the reports I've read, that water has memory, that it stores intentions and other things. So if you put 2 flasks of water out there and you love this one and you hate this one, the water crystals or the molecular structure of that water will be drastically different. And a way to erase water's memory is to pass it through a magnet. Another way is to have it evaporate, recondensate, or to freeze and thaw. And then you can erase water's memory. So this unit, on top of everything else I told you about, all of the filtration and the alkalinity and the alkaline health benefits, the extra hydrogen, all the additional minerals that it's putting back into the water for you, it also energizes the water and then cleanses its memory so that you're getting the optimal water that we think is the best that you can get right now with current technology. So I beg you to take a look. And then if you're interested in learning more about the unit, like I said, get a hold of us or whoever told you to watch this video. Thanks. Chris out.
Good job, babe.